We'll talk about Jacksonville State. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that the game this week's been postponed or canceled. There's, that's a situation that I went through in 2005 with Katrina, and we had a couple other close calls when I was at Tulane. So that's a tough situation on everybody, and you got to do what you got to do to take care of your own community and your players. So we'll just prepare this week, go back to kind of a training camp practice type format that we'll go through, really pound on the fundamentals, not much game planning that'll take place, and then start moving towards Ole Miss towards the end of the week and then over the weekend. And then get ready for that game the following week. Take care of a couple of bumps and bruises that we got, which will be good, and then and then move on from there. Our game against Jacksonville State, I think, getting out quick, the first play of the game brought pressure. Mike Mason up the middle, sack, kind of set the tone for us. And, some things took place in that game that we had been talking about since camp as far as a culture, an attitude, the things that we wanted to get done. And I think one of the biggest things was when Chasen fumbled, got tackled, fumbled, got hurt, had to come out. Adversity hit us. They took over. That's what you want to see. You want to see how your team rebounds from that. And the very next series, we pick a pass off and run it back for a touchdown. Philando Jordan does. So it wasn't. You didn't hear. Why'd you do that, or how come that happened, or I can't believe they did that again. You didn't hear any of that. So those things that maybe had been here in the past, when last year, that we got rid of those things, and that's the development, that's the growth that I was hoping to find, and not only on the field but in the locker room and throughout the building. So that was big for us. I mean, that was really important for us to face adversity and respond like we did, and it really kind of set the tone for the whole game. So I think we played well. I think there's some stuff on both sides of the football that we weren't too happy with. I think our passing game's got to be more effective. We should have been able to throw the ball a little bit better than what we did. Give Jacksonville State a lot of credit. They did a great job. They got an experienced secondary that came back and covered us, did a nice job covering us. But we got to do a better job of that, being more effective in the pass game. And I thought we could have run the ball a little bit better. I think there was a couple of times we missed a cut or two, or we just missed a block. So that'll come as we go through. And then defensively, our tackling, I thought we played really well on defense, but I think our tackling left a little bit to be desired. We missed some tackles out in the open field. We had a chance to get some guys down and didn't do it. We didn't wrap up. So obviously the bright spot defensively, I thought, was our pass rush with 6 sacks, but we had some pressures too on the guy. He's dynamic in the pocket, and we were able to get to him. And a lot of those pressures had to do with the coverage on the back end, so I was really happy with that. I thought that our secondary, when you go back and look at the film, that's exactly what it looked like. There were some times he wanted to throw it, didn't have any place to go with it, and allowed our D-line to get to him. And then offensively, not giving up any sacks, being able to do those things and play through it. So overall, a really good game. The crowd was fantastic. It was our student body looked great over there. They were loud. We could hear the home side. It makes a difference, man. When you're at home, you actually get a home field advantage. I felt like we did. They were, after the game, I know the coach said that the fans, this atmosphere was really dynamic. He liked it. He thought it was impressive, very complimentary of it. So the city of Hammond and Southeastern should take a lot of credit for that. So with that, again, God, I appreciate y'all having a little patience with me on my voice. But with that, I'll take all the questions you guys want. Yeah, he's good. I think that was a medical decision not to put him back in, but he'll bounce back this week, and he should be able to practice, be ready to go for the Ole Miss game.
Linebacker was a big question for you during the year. What do you think about Zeke and Mike Mason?
We did. Mike did such a good job, Robbie. He's been our leader now. He did really through the summer and camp. I mentioned him a couple of times. He's done a good job leading us, and he made some plays the other night that sometimes you can't simulate things in practice. He made a couple of plays the other night that we couldn't simulate, either through the personnel or the scheme or whatever, and he made those plays, and it was really impressive to watch him go. He played hard. He was physical and did everything he needed to do. Zeke was in the right place all the time. We need to get more plays, need to make more plays. Alexis Ramos played some, ended up with a sack and a half and a couple of tackles. So Alexis probably had a little more production, even though he played less than Zeke. So that'll be an interesting battle in the next week or so to see how that thing plays out between those two guys. But Mike really played well the other night.
Due to the circumstances of Saturday, is there anything that you're going to do to try and keep the team into a routine or anything, or how do you handle that?
Yeah, we got the same practice schedule all week long. Like we'll be, we practiced yesterday. We'll practice today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. We'll give them Saturday off, which would be, simulating a game day, and then we'll bring them back in on Sunday and get an early start on Ole Miss. So the schedule's not going to change. We're lifting in the mornings, practicing in the afternoons. It's one game that we played, and we've got to continue to get better and grow. So we're going to continue to do those things and stress the things that we feel like we need to stress that we really have to get better at.
Polls come out, you guys are ranked, getting a little momentum here. Does this, I don't know, does it kind of stop what you guys are doing, or do you look at it as a positive thing that kind of help you guys along the way?
Yeah, really, doesn't even factor in. We got practice. We're going to go practice, and we don't have a game. Yesterday we found out we had practice and we're playing Bethune-Cookman, and now we're not. So now we're going to go practice and get ready for Ole Miss and develop our fundamentals. So I think it's good for the university. I think it's good for us, our brand. All of those things, type of notoriety you get is going to be good, but it can't, it can't become a part of who we are, because they could, as quick as it was here today, it'll be gone tomorrow if we don't take care of the things that we can take care of on the field.
Coach, happy to be down at penalties from last year?
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that was we had the false start and we had an offsides on the punt late in the game. So one early in the first quarter, late in the fourth quarter, and the rest of the game was clean. We had a couple other penalties, but those are the self-inflicted ones, and extremely happy about that. Now you can't let up on it, because that's a mental thing that guys got to get over. And I thought we did it the other night. Now we got to continue to do it each and every week. So anytime we can keep ourselves from being outside the chains or giving guys some extra opportunities because of self-inflicted errors, we want to stay away from. And we did that, and that was a good thing to see.
You touched on you guys running the ball. It was fairly balanced, and I know it's early, a lot of variables there, but is that something you guys want to see, or would you like to see somebody kind of take over that role and say, I'm going to handle it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd like to stay balanced, but, I want to win. So if we got to throw it to win, we'll throw it as many times as we need to. If we got to run it to win, I'll run it as many times as we need to. I think we were able to do both. Like I said, I was a little disappointed in our I guess, completion percentage and yards and stuff like that. We missed some guys. They did a good job in coverage. So I think a lot of factors played into it, but I want to be more productive in the pass game, to have more yardage in the pass game than the rushing game. But as far as calls being 50-50, I'm okay with that. Excuse me.
Coach, can you talk about Kelly coming in to replace Virgil when he got hurt? How you felt with his play and all that?
Yeah, good. He's a little shaky early on, but we had a couple of packages for him early in the game. He threw the touchdown pass to Branson in the first quarter, I guess, second quarter. I forget which one it was, but it was the first quarter, and so we had some stuff in there for him, and we'll probably continue to have stuff in there for him. He's too good of a player to just stay on the sidelines, but for him being able to come in, what a great option for you. You lose Chasen, you don't know how long for, and then Cole's able to come in there and execute the offense. We don't have to change it up. So everything that we were doing, we don't have to change anything. That's a big plus for us to be able to do that. So I thought he could have played better. He thought he could have played better, and he'll be better the next time out.
Coach, they had some big yardage, and I thought one of the reasons was that because we kept pinning them back, and they had to go long fields. Talk about Austin Dunlap, how he performed.
Yeah, Alan, I was you're a freshman, you never know what's going to happen, right? I mean, you don't even know if they're going to show up half the time, and he did a great job. He's been working his tail off on that, and we had some opportunities. That was probably another deficiency offensively. We got across the 50 a few times and came away with no points. But for him to be able to punt the ball and keep him inside the 20, which he did 3 times, is fantastic. And that's something you don't normally see from a freshman. That's normally an older guy. You know, the freshmen, those guys are just punting it, trying to get it out of there. He strategically placed the ball. It was great to see. And then our Bryce Broussard, extra point field goal guys, 5 for 5 on extra point. So, you know, we were happy at both phases, all good snaps. Our specialists, those are new guys. All those guys did a good job for us, and it was good to see. They did have some long fields. They did end up with a lot of yardage, but it's points at the end of the deal, and we were able to stop them on multiple occasions. Plus, with the 2 turnovers, you know, defensively, Philando running back the touchdown, and then Chantrez setting up the short field for us with the first interception. I mean, that's priceless for us offensively, man.